Dan Leonard is the director of forecasting for MetDesk. He gives information to traders and investors who then use that information to invest in commodities that move with the changes due to the forecast. Dan, good morning. Thanks for being here.
Hey, good morning. Usually I'm not one for that kind of hyperbolic forecast, but in this case, this storm is really significant. You asked when the last time we had a big one, this significant was, and we could go back to 2021 with a famous storm Uri, which basically forced the ERCOT Texas grid to its knees. Will we have a repeat situation like that this time around? I don't think so. It's a little bit better. So the traders I talked to say we're probably safe. It's close, but it's not quite as bad as that event. And they've made changes, ERCOT has, since then to prevent a total grid collapse like we would have had. Plus, the icing doesn't look quite as bad. Looks like there's a little bit more sleet this time around than freezing rain. Freezing rain is the real bad one. That's what brings down the transmission lines. That's what freezes up the turbines. This time it looks a lot more sleet. There will be freezing rain in there, yes, but sleet isn't quite as bad. Now, here's the thing, though. When it comes to natural gas traders, they don't really look at the storm. The storm is interesting, but they're really concerned about the cold air coming in behind it. And really what the storm does is it lays this carpet, this foundation of snow and ice on the ground. So when that Arctic air comes in, it doesn't modify as quickly. And that's good for a couple degrees. And you say, oh, a couple degrees, what's the big deal? But when you're talking about that over millions and millions of people and over many different grids, that's a big deal. So that's really what's been driving the price of natural gas. Plus, it looked like last week there would be a one and done type Arctic shot. Now it looks like we get a follow-up Arctic shot the following weekend. So not only do we have this big storm and Arctic air coming in, now we get a secondary Arctic shot behind it. Now, the reason why you may have seen that natural gas is pulling back, to the traders I talked to, they're saying, well, maybe February is going to be warm after all. That was sort of the plan all along.
You answered my next question. Because we're talking about how bad this storm is, and we're actually seeing natural gas pull back after the big run-up. All right, so what other areas of the market are being impacted by this potential storm? Are there commodities in particular that are deeply impacted by a storm of this magnitude, and also the transportation issues that are going to come with it?
No, it's really just natural gas. When you talk, you could say, oh, heating oil might be affected. Believe it or not, heating oil doesn't have much impact from winter storms and cold weather. That's more tied to crude oil prices. So when you're talking about specifically which commodities are affected by the storm, it's really just natural gas, and the prices of natural gas are affected more by the cold coming in behind the storm. So power prices, those are affected directly by what happens to the grid. So if we do have a big icing situation, say Eastern Texas or the lower Carolinas, maybe Duke Power, Carolina Power and Light, something like that. Those are the areas that might have impacted on power prices. But as far as the long-term effects go, that's really natural gas. That's what the traders are focused on.
So you mentioned you talked to a lot of traders. I actually cover transportation. On CSX's earnings yesterday, big East Coast rail, they mentioned the storm, saying it could tie up operations for a few days. As you're talking to traders about other parts of the market outside of commodities, are there other parts of the market, other stocks that are potentially impacted by a storm of this magnitude? Transportation being, snarled due to snow and sleet and ice, that's obvious. Are there other parts?
Well, you can go down the list of the usual suspects, right? The home improvement stores, they always tend to do better after big kind of weather disaster events. But really, just take your pick out of any kind of an industry that would benefit from severe cold and severe snow. And then on the flip side, you're going to have impacts to industries that might actually be adversely affected by the cold and snow. So at the end of the day, this is a highly impactful event, and it's going to last a long time. And I do want to mention there's actually models right now that's showing another big storm, potentially even bigger, for the upper I-95 corridor for the later next week. I don't think that's going to happen, but if it did, that would be a 1-2 punch for the big major cities, and that would not be good for the economies in the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. That's for sure.